October 2018. The objective of Shakthi is to empower South Asian women living here in the US. A few years back, I met some like-minded women and were wanting to give back to the community. So with all of them together, we started Shakthi. Shakthi means women power. Shakthi is a non-profit organization to help, mentor, and support the South Asian women living here in the US. Shakti's mission is to provide moral support by connecting women with various resources, a better quality of life, and to help understand their basic rights, including civic duties. We organized several awareness events for the community, especially for women. During this pandemic, Shakthi started pregnancy and new mom support groups. Women from all over the US are in these groups. We also help coordinate fresh homemade food for new moms in Charlotte. Shakthi offers support line where women could call or send a text message or send an email with any help they would need. These messages are monitored by volunteers and the caller is connected with the right resource within 24 to 48 hours. We also help handle domestic violence or any abuse issues in collaboration with local organizations. It has been an immense blessing to be a founder of Shakthi and create changes in another woman's life. We rise by lifting others. Thank you.
That was an amazing video, isn't it? My name is Chitra Deshpande and I'm going to be your host this evening. On behalf of Shakthi team, I would like to start with thanking our sponsors, Ramesh Nagarajan from Vema Mortgage, Prime Real Estate Advisors, Tabla Restaurant, and Mr. Rekha. And actually, I wanted to start with a short story. I promise it's going to be a very short story, but there is a message which actually reflects what Shakthi is for. So once a man harvested a honey from beehive, he noticed that 3 bees fell in the honey pot. And they are struggling for their life. Their wings were drenched in sticky honey and every effort of them trying to float up was actually sinking them even down. Being a kind-hearted person, he removes those bees and leaves them outside on the bench. After some time, he is curious to see what happened to those bees. And he peeks out from his window and gets surprised to see that all the other sister bees, in a beehive, all the bees are females. All the sister bees are working hard to suck the honey from the feathers and help those bees to fly back again. After a while, one after other, 1, 2, and 3, all the bees start to fly back and they are rescued. Those bees were rescued because they had a family, their sister bees, to pull them out of the sticky circumstances they were going through. And that is all about Shakthi. We are here, we are the sister bees here who want to help other sister bees to come out of the sticky circumstances that they have in their life, be it the challenge with their job, be it the challenge with their mental or physical challenges. We want to help people. This is all about what we Shakti stands for. And with that, I want to welcome all my sister bees to this platform. Give all my sister bees a big round of applause. With that, let me welcome my first sister bee, Maheshwari. And she is going to come here to give a welcome speech to us. She is a strong leader. She is a nurse educator from India. Her love language is helping and volunteerism. I am telling you, I can vouch for that. And Maheshwari started as a volunteer in Shakti, became an executive leader, and now she is a board of director. So please welcome Maheshwari to the stage.
Thank you, Chitra, for the nice story and the nice introduction of me. And a very good evening, everyone. Today I feel very privileged and honored to welcome you all to the Shakti Celebrating Women event to honor and acknowledge the women difference makers in the community. I would like to welcome an incredible and amazing woman who demonstrated her life, work, leadership, governance, social norm, and politics. Very happy to welcome Dimple Ajmera, Charlotte City Council member, the first Asian American and the youngest woman to ever hold this position. Please welcome your ma'am. Thank you so much for joining us with your family and your child. We are very privileged to have you here. Please come to the dais and please be seated and grace this occasion. And we like to welcome another strong woman who would include every opportunity to give the best to the community and women empowerment, which makes women strong and confident who are new to this country. Very happy to welcome President and Founder of Shakthi Corporation, Nitya Gaspar. Also, I would like to welcome a great woman leader who does tireless services to create awareness of cancer among the society. Very happy to welcome Dr. Lopa Mitradas, President of BCH, who is the Shakti Advisor and gives valuable suggestions and guidance for us. Welcome, your ma'am. Now, I would like to welcome all the Shakti family, that is Board of Directors, Executive Leadership Team, Shakti volunteers, Shakti members and youth committee and your families. Now I would like to welcome the stars of the day, the awardees and their family. A woman with a voice is by definition a strong woman, but the search to find those voices can be remarkably difficult. Shakthi Corporation wants to recognize and honor the hidden gems who were rendering selfless services to community and mankind. Your leadership and accomplishments are all inspiration to all of us. Also, I would like to welcome Shakti sponsors, families and friends of charity who are all come together today to support us today. Once again, I welcome you all for Shakti Celebrating Women. Thank you and have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maheshwari, for the great welcome. I really feel so blessed to be associated with all these Shakti leaders, where each leader is actively looking for pockets of opportunities, how they can impact the other people here, how they can impact the society. One such leader is Rosaline Loganathan, and she has joined Shakti leadership recently, but she has been such a big value add. She has hit the ground running. She is all about helping the women come and relaunch their career. This year, Shakti's goal was to relaunch helping women relaunch their career. And Rosaline started in March with a Kickstart event that was a career relaunch workshop, and now she has a lineup of all the events related to the same line, like resume building, interview preparations, skill development. So I would like to welcome
see such beautiful faces. So long ago, Nidya reached out to me in January, having this beautiful vision in her mind, and me and my team were just giving it a shape and thought to it. So we kick-started our program in March. What are we doing? We are a group of women who are hand-holding the other women who's looking to kickstart their career. We are helping them how to relaunch and where to start. So our first event honoring the month of March, Women's History Month, the career relaunch workshop, where there were 70 participants who attended to it. This is a virtual event, but the whole world is virtual. So we did talk about how to get started after a career break and how to move forward from there. Those are some pictures there. And what are we right now doing from there? It gave us a good start on where to move ahead from there. So we categorized 3 major career guidance, like one in IT, one in non-IT, and the other one is in entrepreneurship. We are right now creating a small social media platform, which is nothing but what's a fancy term for WhatsApp group, where we could stay robust and we could answer any questions that people would have. The future plan is we are going to start with the IT careers, resume building, interview coaching, and anything just catering to all women. With that note, there's a lot of brainstorming and thinking that goes behind it. I'm very proud to introduce my career guidance team, my rock stars, my cheerleaders, and my team. Deepti Krishnan, Ramya Thakur, Ramya Rajendran, Sarabhai Harry. We also have virtual attendee here, Komala Chandran. She's in Texas, but she's never stopped raising her hands. Whenever we needed help, she was always there. So I'd like to take a moment in calling her. And we of course have Vimala Ramesh, who is the BOD for our group. She's always there whenever we hit a roadblock, how to guide us and where to take forward from there. At this time, I also would like to recognize Manoj Ramanan. We are going to partner with him for future events. He's a career coach, he's a leadership coach. I'd like to quote one thing here, like a famous women activist Malala said, we would not succeed leaving some of us being held behind. So come on board, we are here to help you. Thank you.
Workshop that we did, we had 70 participants in us. And I really want to say that we are so proud of those, each and every one of those people, because it takes effort to come out of your comfort zone and pick up a book instead of a remote. To juggle between improving their skill development and at the same time taking care of the house, family, mental and physical health. So I really want to cheer for all the girls who stood forward and are participants of our career relaunch program. And while what I'm going to speak next, I'm not speaking all only from my heart. I'm actually representing the whole Shakti team now on. And I'm going to invite our leader, our queen bee, Lydia Gaspar,
Thank you for the kind words, Chitra. What a moment. I get goosebumps. It is a blessing to be here in the midst of my mentors, soulmates, Shakti family, and all Shakti supporters under one roof for a Shakti event. What more I can ask? At this minute, I want to thank God for making this a reality. Like I always do before my speech, I would like to invite the Shakti leadership team, the Shakti advisors, and all Shakti volunteers to join me near the podium. Please. Pick the first. And all volunteers, including food volunteers, please join us. In Shakti, we believe in shared leadership. Every leader here is given that space to come up with her innovative idea, present it, and implement it. I remember a quote now. Smart leaders surround themselves with smarter people. And friends, I feel so proud to introduce the smartest team here who work so hard for Shakti's success. They are moms, spouses, career women. Yet finding time to give back to community. Thank you, team. You can be seated now. Thank you again. I would like to share an interesting experience that I've had about 2 years back. So about 2.5 years back, before COVID, so I met with a woman. She was an energy healer, and that was my first meeting with her. She had no clue who I was and what I was doing. So on our first meeting, she introduced herself, and then she asked me if I give her the permission to read me. I told her, yeah, go ahead. Then after a few minutes of reading, she told me that in my previous births, I was born as a male and I gave a hard time to women. So this birth, God has destined me to be born as a female and to serve women. And friends, I really don't believe in previous births, but one thing is for sure. In this life, my purpose is to help people, especially women. I have seen that signs all the time throughout my life. And I'm so glad that in the past 6 years, I have pursued my purpose and living my passion. Every struggle made me a better person. And I feel so great living my purpose. And even if I have to spend countless hours working on my purpose, it doesn't make me tired. Instead, it gives me more energy. So talking about purpose, I definitely have to talk about my dear sister, Dimple Ajmera. She quit her 6-digit salary job to follow her passion and purpose. You can try talking to her for 5 minutes. Her brain always thinks, oh, how can I help this person? She always asks you, okay, what is the struggle that you're going through? And anything you say, she will immediately share some contacts. And she'll say, oh, reach out to that person. Refer my name and you'll be helped. You can just try that after this event. So she is a go-to person and a solution-oriented leader. She meant to be in public life. I would like to to share another incident with Dimple. Think most of you haven't forgotten about the Jallikattu protest in Chennai. You all know to end the protest, police used force on the college students. So to help protect the students, some NRIs were seeking Human Rights Commission's help. And they were trying to reach out to Dimple. So you may be wondering why they need to get Dimple's help to reach out to the Human Rights Commission. Even I had the same question. The reason is Human Rights Commission is headquartered in New York. Okay, so a few years back when that incident happened, we reached out to Dimple. And she immediately connected us with the senator. All the time. She is readily available for help. And I'm sure one day she will grow to be another Kamala Harris. So my dear friends, my message for today is follow your passion and find your purpose. Make it your career. You'll be amazed how the universe brings everything together for you. Before I conclude, I would like to congratulate all award winners and nominees. I am Shakti, you are Shakti, we are Shakti.
Next, I have been bestowed with a very important job today. To introduce you all with our guest of honor, Nidya already covered few highlights about her, but I would like to give what I understood learning about her. I'll take just a brief minute. She moved to USA when she was 16. If you read about her on her website, dimpleajmera.com, these things you will find it very easily. But what resonated to me was like that she had the same challenges that we all have. The language barrier, the cultural barrier, but even that it did not stop her from becoming what she is today. She pursued her chartered accountant, I say, because I am from India and I understand CA, chartered accountant, but she did her certified public accounting here. She was working in a high-profile job, earning six-figure income. She left that to follow her passion, and her passion is to give back to community. One event in her life had made that difference in her to give that high-profile job, six-figure income aside, and enter the American politics. Charlotte is her baby. Trust me, her baby's name is also Charlotte. She's that passionate. If you ask me, I thought like, okay, somebody would think that she might have come from that environment where she was surrounded by people of that nature. Or she has come from a very affluent family to have that surrounding, provide her to nurture. But it's nothing like that. She is just one of us, but she has made her way through all of that. We are so proud to be having Dimple come down over here. Seeing Dimple's achievement, everybody would be thinking the same thing, that she might have gone with a silver spoon, but it's not that. She had to work her way, become a CPA, and she made her way up to work a high-profile corporate job. She is first Asian American and youngest woman to hold that position, and that position is not something that you can apply for and be the best out of all the other candidates. It is an elected position. That means people voted, trusted, believed in her to do that job. It's not like applying for a position and you get it. So, I know we all are waiting to hear from Dimple. Let me invite Nidya and Maheshwari to honor our guest, and Dimple, the stage is all yours.
So, good evening, everyone, and namaste. Divine in me bows to the divine in you. I am Shakti, you are Shakti, we are all Shakti. Thank you all so much for that warm introduction and hospitality. Anytime I walk into a room full of media's entourage, I know that I am in my safe zone. You're all part of my family. And I couldn't serve in a public office without the support that you all have given me over the past 5 years. And I'm incredibly grateful. Every time I call Sister Lydia about volunteering, fundraising, she's always there. And even her husband, Larry, who is usually the man behind the scenes, the man of few words, just like my husband. It's just the family, they're always so helpful, always willing to help others. And I see that in every single one of you that is in this room. Because you understand the power of coming together as a group, because there is Shakti in that. There is Shakti in women supporting other women, uplifting other women. Because when you succeed, we all succeed together. When in 2017, when I started serving on the Charlotte City Council, the most difficult part of the job was not the policy making, because the policy making is actually something that I enjoy. The hardest and the most difficult part of my job is to develop a thick skin when there are trolls in social media, or when you get death threats, or hate emails, or when somebody is following you, or if someone disrespects you, you just have to walk away and say, thank you. And that was the hardest part of my job. But every time I think about brown girls, little brown girls in our community, they keep me going. I think about my daughter Charlotte, but I still have pictures of 4 little brown girls giving me big hugs when I was first introduced to you all in 2017. That picture inspires me every single day. Every single day. Women like me or women like us were not supposed to be in a public office in US. A lot of us don't come from rich or powerful family. I literally went from cleaning hotel rooms to help pay for college to managing multi-million-dollar budgets, working in financial services industry. But all of that was feasible and doable because I had my family, incredible support of my family, but then also the support of incredible women like yourself. And I couldn't do any of this without you all. So I want to make sure I might be the first and last, I might be the first Indian American or Asian American to serve in a public office here in the city of Charlotte. But I want to make sure that we create path of opportunities for our young people, especially our brown girls and our brown boys. Because I should not be the last one, as Kamala Harris says. We always gotta ensure that our next generation doesn't have to struggle the same way that I do when I especially run for a public office. I may not look like a traditional candidate, and I'm not a traditional candidate, but that's gotta change. Because now, when I see young girls who actually intern on my campaign, I have almost a dozen volunteers. And out of a dozen volunteers, I have made sure that there are interns from our community. Because I want to see them that this is possible. If you put hard work and if you tell people that you are all about action and you are all about serving our community, you will have their support regardless of color of your skin and where you are from or what language you speak. All of that is irrelevant. the most important part of your job as an elected official is to ensure that you are addressing and solving people's concerns and people's issues. And I'm very grateful for that opportunity that Charlotteans, over 850,000 Charlotteans, have trusted me with to ensure that I continue to represent them on the Charlotte City Council. And as I'm running for my third term, I hope that many of you will go out and vote. Early voting is already underway if you're not aware of that. And if you're not able to vote, if you live outside of the city, you can always contribute to our campaign because it takes resources to get the word out. So I really hope, go to my website, dimpleajmera.com, to support our movement. Because this movement, it's about our community's representation at the table. It's not about me, it's not about one person. This is ensuring that we have a voice at the decision-making table. So if you have young kids that are interested in turning 15 plus, reach out to me. You can email me, dimple@dimpleajmera.com. It's pretty simple, dimple@dimpleajmera.com. And I'll make sure I connect them with our volunteer coordinator, and because I truly believe in empowering our youth and our girls so that we are not an outlier, or we are part of the mainstream Charlotte, so that we are part of what leadership looks like. So that when historians look back 20, 30 years from today, they'll say that Charlotte would not have been the same without the contributions from our Indian American community and their leadership. Again, thank you all so much. I would love to take a picture with all of you at the end because you are my family. And every time I see that picture, it is so powerful and it keeps reinforcing why I do what I do every single day. Even when it gets hard, even when it gets challenging, I want to make sure that that reinforcement is every day with me in my office. I'd love to take that picture with you all towards the end, and I'd like to put that in my office. Thank you again so much. I would be negligent if I did not recognize my husband, because I could not do this without the sacrifices that he makes. When you're on a campaign trail, you have no weekends, you have no evenings, and he makes it all possible. And he makes sure that our daughter Charlotte is well fed and happy. And as you can tell, he does mom's part as well as dad's part when I have to be away on the campaign trail. I could not ask for a better partner. Thank you. As I said about Mary, he's a man of few words.
I'll say this, though, Nipple may not say this, but yeah, it takes a lot of sacrifices, especially, if you're not white, if you're not black, it's really hard out there. So she might be shy, but please support her for this upcoming election, which is May 17th. Please go out and vote for her. And if you can donate whatever you can, please donate. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it.
He is Dr. Weber. He is a dentist by profession. So behind every successful man there is a woman. That was a saying in, I think so, previous century. But now I would say that behind every successful person there is a supporting spouse. That's what Dr. Weber is about. conscious parent coach and hopes to do her bit to abate the rising instance of anxiety and depression in children and adults. She is one of the best persons to do this job of announcing Shakti's first award ceremony.
It's my honor to present to Rita, who's getting the awards, and tell you guys a little bit about them. Our first award for this evening goes to Pallavi Garg. Pallavi is the founder and president of Charlotte Women's World, which was established in 2014. She started this in an attempt to bridge the gap between Asian Indian families, to know them, network and spread knowledge and awareness about what Pallavi has for us. When she moved to Charlotte in 2011, she had some personal and work challenges going on, and I think she's one of those people who said, if this is affecting me, I'm going to use that to help other people. And that's how she started Charlotte Women's World, and there's nothing the group does not do for me. Right from offering help for children, for senior citizens, for women who want jobs, and so much more actually. The group is thriving, and we're so proud to have Pallavi with us. And as part of the organization, her next goal is to network with other organizations in the Charlotte area to provide referrals where individuals can get specialized help. She's now working on online portal for CWW to use it to spread much needed information within the community. Arranging donations, grants, and organizing meaningful events are also next in the list of to-do things for the organization. And I'm going to have Nitya say a few things about Pallavi for us. Pallavi, thank you so much for doing what you do, for being who you are. Thank you.
I would like to share my personal experience with Pallavi. I think it happened about 6 years ago. 6 years ago, somebody in the community, they were going through a very major challenge in their family and reached out to me for help and advice. So I really wanted to help out that family, but I didn't know how. It wasn't the same media 6 years back. So the only person at that time I could think of was Pallavi. So I called Pallavi and I said, hey, this family is going through a major challenge, so can you help them out? She got the phone number of the family, and then after that I didn't hear back from her. But within 2 days, that family called me back and they said, hey, Pallavi came to our house and she spent about half a day with us. She consoled us, she really encouraged us and gave us hope to go through that situation. And I have to tell you, that time Pallavi was in South Charlotte and this family was in North of Charlotte. She took her time to drive and to be with that family and spend half of the personal time. You know, she's a mom, she has a career, but still she finds time to help a family in need. So that incident stuck with me. And Pallavi, I know you have helped so many other families in Charlotte, but that's my personal experience and I'm happy to share it here. Thank you. We feel so honored to have you here. Yeah, we invite you to say a few words.
Thank you, Shakti, for such a special honor. Today I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to whoever enabled me to reach so far, especially my father, my son, and my whole family. So 2014 was a remarkable year for me, right? As you heard, I had my own challenges, right? Personally, as well as on the professional front. I was new to Charlotte, not so new, 3 years into Charlotte, and I noticed something very peculiar features of Charlotte, right? I travel a lot, if a lot of people here don't know. I've worked as a consultant, IT professional, so for many years I traveled from one place to another. And doing that, I always felt people very close, like there were people always ready to help me. And then I stepped into Charlotte and I felt this community is a very close-knit type community and people were not so open. And I thought maybe it's just my perspective, I need to explore this community more, right? I have to live here. And with that, as I move forward in the community and working for big financial organization, even Bank of America, and Lawrence would know more, yes, husband, because he's been a colleague of mine in 2014. So everything is great, right? Charlotte has a lot of good things, but that connection, that networking and helping each other wasn't there in 2014. It's not there now. People are much more forward, much more helpful now. But when I started in 2014, my main goal was networking. I started with a networking, I would say it was just a meetup, and I started with Charlotte Women in Tech meetup. I met a lot of women professionals, and we were helping each other. Something similar to what Shakthi is doing with their, career building coaching. And from there, I established Charlotte Women's World. And like Nitya, I met many individuals who would talk to me about simple things. Autism was one of my passions those days. But then I wanted to know more about the seniors within Charlotte, right? Mainly because my father was planning to come here, so I wanted to know what do they do here, right? In US, seniors, and especially our Asian Indian groups. That's where I connected with Veena Hari. A lot of people who know, I know Dimples knows Veena very well. I met Nimish Bhatt, and a lot of you guys know Nimish Bhatt, and he's a great person. And I'm nowadays working with him to help him get some grants on UID CIS. And then I got associated with Hindu Center of Charlotte, met our active senior groups, met great people. I could help a lady in South Charlotte who was going through some challenges, and I'm glad how things are great for her. So it was a journey, right? And I feel that I'm very fortunate to be part of this community service. It has grown me as an individual, right? It's given me so much back more. And then I got to know some great individuals. Some of them are here, and they usually work backstage. Jaya, if you could stand up. I met Jaya in 2011, and Jaya actually leads an organization called SGI Buddhism, and that was one of the organizations that supported me when I was going through personal challenges. You know, and when people talk about religion, actually I felt connected to religion, and I felt that religion which grew me as an individual was Buddhism. And I know Buddhism and Hinduism are all connected, but you know, learning from my parents and learning from our SGI Buddhism group was two different things, because they brought me close to the facts of life. So that's where I definitely thank Jaya and SGI Buddhism organization to actually treat me as part of the family and help me to grow as an individual. I also would like to actually honor Hema. Hema, who's taking my video right there. She does a lot of community service within the school. She's also a teacher in one of the Charlotte schools. I don't have words to describe what Hema does, but she has been there whenever somebody called me and said, hey, this person is going through challenges, can you help? And if I was busy with my job, Hema was there who stepped up and has been with that individual and helped them succeed. So with all this network of great individuals, I met many strong women. I met women, even if I was working for them, I saw them capable of doing great volunteer for Shakti. As Nidya mentioned, UISCIS had already said Hindu Center of Charlotte, and all those actually led me to walk the path of social entrepreneurship. That's what I call it, because this path is something which is my passion. But at this moment, I would like all of you to join us in this journey, and this journey definitely will grow you as a person. The core principles are same, physical, mental, and spiritual growth. And if you join us, you will see how strong a community becomes. So with that, I would like to end with a small quote: small steps, when multiplied by millions, can easily transform the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Pavitra. Our second awardee for the evening is Indrani Nair Gaul. She's a multidisciplinary artist, activist, and filmmaker, a former educator, wife, mother, and grandmother. Her works are global narratives of marginalization, patriarchy, and misogyny. Born in Kolkata of a Bengali medical practitioner, Dr. Shivani Bose, and a freedom fighter, K. Shankaran Nair, Indrani acquired a BFA and MFA from Vishwa Bharati University and an advanced certificate in contemporary safe printmaking. Her work appears in different publications and collections. And to tell you more about what she does and the reason she's getting the award today, I invite Nidya to come on stage. Indrani is not here today, so I would request one of the Shakti leaders to come to pick up the award.
I would like to add one more thing with what Indrani Gail has done for the community. So a couple of years back, she started an initiative called Yes, She Rises. It was an effort to rescue the Devadasi women from a remote area in Karnataka. So Indrani, she lives in Charlotte, but as a single person, she was trying to help these women to get out of that Devadasi world and to create a new life, a new chapter in their life. So as a single person, she worked so hard, she collected funds, and she was able to travel to these remote villages without even knowing that language. And she was successful on giving a new life to so many Devadasi women. I wish Indrani Gail was here with us, but she was traveling, but she has sent us a video. But let's give a big round of applause.
Good evening, Shakthi warriors. I join you from the unceded land of Kathoba, Chernu, Shugari, Watery, and Watsa people. Position of women, especially in Indian societies, has always been my strong interest. But I never spoke about it in my work until 2009. An invitation to an artist residency in my native Kolkata opened up opportunities for research. And there it was, the shocking revelation of the truth behind the Devadasi tradition. It was not an easy journey. After 4 years of trying the first door open, I reached Vijayawada with my daughter, then grandchildren, on the invitation of the legendary activist and social reformer, the late Sri Ram, to learn about his organization's work in eradicating the justice system. It took me a few more years to reach activists in Karnataka, where the tradition is still deep-rooted and alive. The knowledge and experience led me to talk about this issue through my studio practice, documentary film, blogs, and talks. Yeshivada's LLC was formed to promote the cause with the help of the Indian and the South Asian communities within Charlotte and elsewhere. It has been a long and difficult journey, but a very rewarding one. The interactions with victims and survivors let me witness the deep-rooted patriarchy, misogyny, caste hierarchies which still exist in our societies, and our triumphs in overcoming these hindrances. to moving toward a more just and an equal world. There's a lot more work to be done. While my work continues, I look forward to organizations such as yours and the younger generation to carry on the torch. Thank you for this recognition. I accept this honor from Shakthi Corporation with great humility. Goodbye.
Our third and final award for the evening goes to Meghna Ballab Joshi. She is the founder and president of Beyond Creation. And her goal is to raise awareness and promote inclusion for children, adults, and families affected by autism in our community. I think a lot of you might know her. She has many feathers to her cap actually. She was, I think, Mrs. India America in 2016, and she's won a lot of other awards too. And I think, Nidya, would you like to come up and tell a little bit about Meghna?
Thank you, Vidya. So with Beyond Creations, I have really a touching story to share. I think about 4 years back, someone from our community called me with a devastating news for their family. So the dad called me and he said his little daughter was diagnosed with autism. And he said he could not accept that. And he told me he's going to commit suicide with his family. And I really pleaded him to stop. I told him he's not alone. Then I immediately connected him with Meghna Joshi's organization, Beyond Creations. So immediately somebody from the organization reached out to him and consoled him. And then they gave him hope and say, okay, you're not alone, we are here. Then they walked him through the steps on what is next when the kid is diagnosed with autism, with all the therapies and other options in Charlotte. And after 2 years of so many therapies and doctor visits and all the support from this organization, his family, his state has completely recovered. And every time I see the little girl, I literally get goosebumps. It's like, wow, look at her. Because I saw how she was a few years back. And now I don't see any trace of it. And I see, every time I see that family, I smile. I smile to myself. I'm really happy that the community and this organization to help them out. So I really congratulate Meghna Joshi and the foundation, everybody in the foundation. They give their 200%. I also have Kritika, who is also a Shakti leader. She is an active volunteer with that organization as well. So today, I really welcome Vimala. She is the board of directors of Shakti and also an active volunteer with the Meghna Joshi's foundation. People, please give her a round.
Thank you, Nidya. Thank you, Vishwa. Thank you, guys. And I think I'll call. So, we have a special award actually. Nidya, once more. I'm sorry, I forgot. You want?
I invite Vimala to say a few words about Rohini. I think there's a lot of competition. I was going to introduce Rohini, and Chitra wanted to introduce Rohini, and now Vimala wanted to introduce Rohini. So after some argument, finally Vimala won.
That's my honor. Yeah, there is no surprise for being so much competition for Rohini because she is one of our favorite volunteers and associated with
does not mean that we don't have any opportunities. So that is something that Rohini broke in, and she's still still proving that even without any work or job, we can still contribute to the community through volunteering through multiple organizations. And she is our active volunteer in Shakti, as well as she is active volunteer in the reaction team. And she's right now broken the barrier of being a housewife, and she is now into IT career. And we are so happy and honored to appreciate all the hard work and community service that Rohini has provided. Thank you so much, Rohini. I welcome Vishnu to provide a moment to Rohini. Thank you. Please join her.
So basically, Shakthi is divided into 3 teams and 1 I'm the leader of the event management team.
She could have been today, but she's a leader of the middle.
And for volunteer hours, basically they're for like hands-on community service, and you can get them by participating in planning events, and they're also offered for the bi-weekly meetings on Sundays.
So, these have been so many events, such as our iHealth event, where we take ophthalmologists give professional tips on how to care for our eyes during virtual Zoom and the virtual pandemic. We also had our annual picnic, where we had a meet and greet with all the adult leaders. So we had a meet and greet where we met with all the adult leaders and we discussed future events. Then we had a Diwali clothes drive where we donated the cloak to an elementary school to spread cultural awareness about Diwali. And yeah, and then we partnered with Trees of Charlotte, and we planted trees and preserved wildlife.
And some more events that we've done include our Women's Day card making event, where we wrote inspirational and uplifting messages for hardworking women in healthcare. We also partnered with the Dillsburg Food Drive to make 25 trays of mac and cheese with EKAM. We partnered with them for a food drive. Another event that we've done is an outreach event where we try to recruit more members of the youth committee. And yeah, that's the events we've done. If you have any further questions, you can contact us by email, Instagram, or Facebook. Thank you.
Can we have all the youth committee members on the stage, please? Somebody can come and take the camera responsibility so we can have you also.
We are so proud of our youth volunteers. Let's give a big round of applause. Thank you.
Let's move on. We are very fortunate to have
went there, and then she came to Viji's yoga class on the day. So I also went there with my small kid. She's 2 years old, she's at the time. So I went there and then I saw my Lydia. And then what happened, I asked, I want to take a picture with you. I can keep this as my DP picture. She said yes. And then she's so humble and she's down to earth. I so like that. After that, it changed my life completely. After that, I came. My zone is a comfortable homemaker zone and a full-time mom. So that is more challenging. After that, I came out of that, and then I volunteered in so many colleges and institutions for paper correction as coach. In many educational institutions, I worked actually as a volunteer. After that, it changed my lifestyle. I got teachers as very nice friends, and it transformed me a lot. And the way of carrying myself, I changed it a lot actually. From 5 years back to here, everything. Like now I'm looking like I'm in college days. After that, and then literally she called me one more time for a cultural event, and then again I went for the dance event actually. I lose that confidence in dancing moves, and she helped me a lot and gave me confidence and motivated me, and this also helped me. And then it transformed me from a homemaker to career woman. Now I got placed. It's so happy for me, and I'm proud of myself. And all credit goes to India and then Shakti team members and team members. Thank you all.
Thank you so much for sharing your story, Sumitra. We really are very proud of you. Shakti also has a pregnancy group where we connect and support the girls going through pregnancy. That group started for the pregnancy group, graduated to become a new mom group, and now we have graduated second time to form a toddlers mom group. We have Sujitra Chandrasekhar here who would like to share her testimony. Can I have Suji on the stage, please?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me for this event. I'm feeling really honored to represent behalf of all the pregnant women who got help from Shakti. So I got to know, my journey started with Shakti in November 2019 when I got pregnant with my first child. Everything was going really fine and happy, cheerful until the pandemic hit. So it was April 2020. I was really stressed because we could not bring our family to support being a PhD student, and I'm working full time. So I didn't know what to do. I don't want to test my parenting skills on my first child. So we were so stressed, not knowing what to do. That's when Ahalya and Lydia reached out to me. And they were like, hey Suji, we know you're pregnant. Please let us know if you need any help. I was like, yes, I need help. And they added me to the Shakti Pregnant Women group. And I met wonderful pregnant women. And I felt like I'm not alone. I had a lot of support. I got a lot of moral support from the team, from Shakti team. They literally gave me Shakti. I was very confident. I told my husband, I think we can do it. And that group is not just any other group. They had really the right people in the group, like Seema, the childbirth educator, and who told us like what to expect during the pregnancy and post-pregnancy, about postpartum, which we were not many people are aware that it's normal. So we were supporting each other in the group in the right way and sensibly, and we got the right guidance and information from everyone in the group. And we never ever got a word no from anybody from Shakti when we reached out for any help. That's what Shakti did to us. And not just that, they expanded their help by providing food to all the women who delivered for at least 2 weeks. They reached out to everyone, and at least they covered like 40 women and 6 families in a day. And it's not simple thing for anybody to do during the pandemic time. And I really thank all the Shakti members, Seema, Nidya, Halya, Suganti, Viji, and I've missed out some more Shakti members who helped us during that time. It was really needed for us. And then they didn't stop there. They always wanted to help. So they started a new moms group because the pregnant women mom group was flooding with a lot of pregnant women from not just US, across the world. We had pregnant women reaching out Shakti from Canada, from Australia, and also from other parts from India as well. So we got the right information, right help at the right time. That's what Shakti did to us. And I'm a mom of a 2-year-old now, and I'm going through this smooth path of raising my daughter. I'm very happy. I couldn't have done this without Shakti. And on behalf of my family and on behalf of all the pregnant women who got help from Shakti, I really thank Shakti so much.